Yo, what up? What up? What up? What's going on, Pete? Holla, yo, what the hell is that damn noise? Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hope everybody's day is going well, man. Welcome back to the Truth Podcast, man. We about to get it in today, man. How has everybody's week been so far? Y'all forgiving y'all know they got that 1997 internet over
Yeah, brother, everything coping steady over here, man. Everything good with you over there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We good. We good. How about you, Tina? How was your week? Oh Lord, she's struggling over there. Maybe you gotta. Oh, what's going on, Mel? What's going on? What's going on? Mel just tapped in. Let me go ahead and put that comment up there. What up, Mel? Say hey, everybody. What's good? What's good? Tapping in. What's up, Tina? You done got everything straight over there?
I think I'm all good. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today?
We good. We good, man. Another blessed week to knock this thing out. So glad that you guys could definitely join in, man. Definitely a blessing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump on into these topics or whatnot. Tina, look like you on the move out here in these streets.
Yeah, just stopping at the store. Well, stopping at the gas station first. Sorry about the singing, y'all.
It's all good. It's all good. Good to see everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, ma'am, it is. Yes, ma'am, it is. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into these hot topics first and foremost, and then we'll go ahead and get into the podcast. So Kendrick Lamar announces a Juneteenth date. Have y'all heard about that? K dot or whatever they want to call him now.
No, I haven't heard about it actually. Nope.
Yeah, it's a yeah,
Mm,
it's a concert. So he announced that he's going to be doing a concert for Juneteenth.
mm.
Yeah,
I guess that whole Drake thing got him motivated. I guess.
heck yeah, man, capitalize on that thing, dog. Capitalizing. Also, I've heard rumors that Drake actually took down all of the diss records and stuff from his Instagram. I'm
I was
pretty
about to say,
sure.
I thought you was about to say like off of Apple Music because if I can go on there and still see it,
Yeah, yeah. I think he still left it up there, but yeah, he took it off his IG, man. Trying to get up out of there. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. So Diddy finally sells Revolt majority stake. Y'all know that Diddy had a I actually thought that he owned, but I guess he just had a big stake in the company Revolt. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Revolt, but it's a really, really big company, man. And he actually just recently sold the majority of his stake in it. So what y'all think gonna end up happening to Diddy, man? Y'all think they gonna get him? Y'all think he gonna wiggle out of this one? What you think?
Tina, go ahead. You can answer that, Tina.
I mean, I really don't know what's going to happen, but what I think is at least he might get some sort of probation, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
something. Like he's not gonna get completely scotch free. And what I was gonna say about it too, it was like it was something that I seen where it was like, as long as you're useful in, I guess, that part of the industry, they're gonna keep you covered
Hmm.
because they showed somebody else and they was like, well, why did they bring out his dirt and blah 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 blah. So I'm like, well, something must have happened, and yeah, he's gonna go through his trials and tribulations.
What you think, Cole? What you think gonna end up happening to Mr. P Diddy?
Shoot, man. I know it's probably different circumstances, but you see how long it took for people to come out and say stuff about in regards to R. Kelly. So I guess I think he's going to do some time because eventually other people's going to start to come out, and ever since that whole situation come out, everybody's been looking back like on his music and everything that he has done just to see if they can pinpoint if he was
Well,
if he if he was exposing himself.
facts. We the people news say they not going to get him. So he up out of here, man. So do y'all believe that he's above? I mean, technically, now when we start to think about money, I'm pretty sure he got way more money than R. Kelly, right? Pretty sure he's on a whole nother wavelength when it comes to the amount of money. Because that dude he had his hands involved in a lot of different things, man.
So did R. Kelly.
Facts. But I'm curious though. I'm curious, like, what's that net worth? What is R. Kelly's net worth compared to what's his face, man? R. Kelly net worth. Let's see real quick. All right, so they say that. Damn, they say negative 2 million. What the hell? How the hell? How you get to that point? How the hell you get to negative 2 million?
All them court fees and settlement cases.
Or freeze them accounts.
Yeah.
They say I'm looking. It says something about 1 billion. So I think it's safe to say, man, P. Diddy is definitely worth a lot more. Even if we take, I seen something about R. Kelly. It says something about 100 million. You know what I mean? When he was at his best or whatever. But they saying Forbes. They say it's estimated at almost 1 billion. I keep seeing 1 billion. I keep seeing 800 million. That's a lot more, man. That's a bigger tax bracket right there. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I think P Diddy one of those people because of the people that he know, and we've been knowing these things. Of course, we've been hearing about these things for years, but I don't think they're gonna get him, man. Because when you look at R. Kelly, he was like apologetic and all this, man. P Diddy out there in Miami chilling right now. They said that man was out there riding bikes, eating snow cones. And I thought when they raided his place that they were gonna, take him in when they found out where he was. But yeah, that man out in Miami chilling, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think I kind of agree with both of y'all, but I don't think he gonna do no jail time. I really don't, man. I think they're gonna get him. He might get like a little slap on the wrist or something. But I'm gonna bring up this clip real quick about Charleston White, man. I actually did a few different videos about Charleston White. I want to bring this clip up and then we'll talk about it.
Now, do you think that had any type of trauma in your growth as a man?
The absence of a father in any child's life leaves a child hurt, but ultimately develops a child as an angry kid. And can't nobody explain why the little motherfucker just angry. That's the absence of a father. I'm speaking from the son's perspective. So both my brother and I grew up with just a good mother, a good loving mother. When I was 8 or 9 years old, homie, my brother looked at me and said, when I grow up, I'm gonna kill somebody. Man, I looked at that nigga and ran downstairs. Mama, Kevin saved me, bro, man. Boy, come here. What you mean? Well, I'm gonna kill. And so she spanked him when she should have been exploring that anger. Long before a kid gets angry, they feel hurt. Nigga, where my dad at? Mama, where dad at? Get my weight up with my hate and pay them back when I'm bigger. So that's the 12-year-old big body kid, nigga, that they done put in football that grandmama them scared of. When he get mad, he huffing and puffing. He kicked the door. He punch a hole in the wall. He push his little sister down. Get that weight up with my hate. So just think about my brother saying this, nigga, I'm 8 years old. He 10. Nigga, he killed somebody at 17.
Now, do you think that?
Yo, I thought that this was interesting, man. But I definitely wanted to get y'all POV on this thing before I chimed in. This is basically Charleston White speaking and talking about, he was talking about like fatherless children, but he started to go a little bit more into the little boys because he can relate, of course, and he can speak from that point of view because his dad wasn't in his life. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I think he's speaking facts on it. That sometimes the absence of a father figure or a mother figure, sometimes it always sometimes pushes a child in the wrong direction, depending on who the parent is and how they're dealing with the child. Because sometimes you do have kids that ask like, "Hey, where's my mom? Where's my dad? Why they not here? Why they didn't want me? What's the issue with me?" And sometimes that bitterness that they have towards their parents reflect in their personal life towards other people, others opposite sex or the same sex. And sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes that parent that's missing that other authority figure that child needs, sometimes they work, sometimes it don't. When you try to step up and be that.
Facts. Okay. Okay. Tina?
Again, my bad about the car. But coming, this is overbooked. But coming from the experience, I am a child of a single parent, and yeah, I definitely was hurt. But I didn't even. Only thing I know about my father is his name. So, but still, like, yeah, you do feel hurt, you do feel angry, and like both were saying, it's that. Now, some kids do go to the extreme. You know, they don't try to explore how to heal. Reach out to some people, maybe even a friend, or older friend, cousin, auntie, uncle. But yeah, it's definitely something that in the story that he was telling, that the mom or the other parent don't lash out on this child because that secret from hurt. Like, try to figure out why you feel like once you grow older, you want to hurt somebody. But then that goes to say hurt people hurt people. So, look out for the signs. Like, some of these parents really need to look out for the signs that you need to give them a little bit more attention than, a physical response.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely feel that, man. Yeah, definitely listening to y'all again, coming from both sides. Like Tina, like you were saying, growing up without a father figure, and then Kobe. You actually did get a chance to grow up with your father, and I mean, just looking at the comments and stuff, different people are able to relate to this. I thought that this was a really important conversation to have, man. And I could honestly relate to it. I'm somebody that grew up without a father being in a home. Moms did try her best to try to get different, guys to come in, like different father figures or whatever, guys from church. They would take us to, participate in a sport or whatever, man. Tennis, badminton, just different things, man, that to get us off of the street, away from, certain people, certain environments, because I think that also can play a part in it as well. When you think about a father figure, or, hopefully your father, your biological dad or whatever, somebody that's able to come in or give you those tools that you're going to need later on in life. And like Melanie was saying earlier, man, that balance. That's why it's so important to have a mother and a father in the household, because it creates that balance. The mother, she's nurturing, she's going to be patient. The father, he might have a little less patience. I'm not saying that he's impatient, but he's going to have a little less patience. He's going to give you that love on top of that tough love. And ultimately that creates that balance that every child needs in their life. And I think that, just kind of not necessarily give too much grace, but, Charleston White did say that, his brother did that at the age of 17. He was still technically like a child. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was older or whatever, but he was still technically, a child, man. His mind has not fully developed, and he went out there, and that could ultimately have something to do with the reason why he went out there and did that, because of the environment that he came up in as well. You know what I mean? Because I know. Again, I respect it. I know what that feels like, but I've never had thoughts like that. You probably have. You probably just didn't act on those things because maybe your parent again instilled certain morals and values and different things that you actually gravitated towards to and held on to. Because Charleston White actually did say that he did have a loving mother, but she was at work a lot. And so, children are spending 8 hours at school, a lot of, and they only, I say roughly, maybe at most spending about 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours with their parents. Because again, you got to come home from school, you got to, of course, do your homework, you got to eat, and you got to go back to sleep and get ready for school. Most of the time, like during the week, they're not really spending too much time like interacting with their parents that much. Most of that interaction, most of that influence is coming from the outside. And yeah, man, this is honestly a tough subject for myself. Again, like going through these different things, man. And
do you mind if I touch real quick on that real quick, if you don't mind?
oh yeah, go ahead.
Because I understand that because actually me and my lady had a conversation about that the other day. And is it right for what the brother did? No. Could there be something that triggered that and made what he said come to fruition? Possibility. Everybody always say, parents, be attentive to your kids. Always talk to your kids and figure out how they feeling, what's going on with them at all times, which is true. But one thing that a child should not do, you can't always blame the parent for your actions and decisions, because the parent can do everything they possibly can to tell you what's right from wrong and do the right thing, take the right path, don't go down that wrong path. If you make that decision that is going to harm you for the rest of your life or hurt you for the rest of your life, you can't blame it on the parent. You made that decision.
Facts. I agree. Definitely can see that, man. What Melody say? Melody say yes, yes, bro. Yeah, no, I definitely feel that, and also to piggyback off of what Tina said as well, because I definitely want to make sure that we're on both sides of the spectrum here, the parent and the child. As the parent, I think that it is very important that when we are speaking and we're talking to our children, that we take the emotion out of it. Because if you are sitting here, you're getting upset, you're yelling, you're screaming at your children, I don't think that's the proper way to go about doing things. And that's in any relationship, friendship, or anything, man. You never allow your emotions to get the best of you and sit there and just lash out on somebody. Like even when I was, a lifeguard at the YMCA, we were always taught to take the emotion out of it and just speak to them like you would be speaking to, an adult. Talk to them like a regular human being instead of talking down to someone. Like children can feel that. And if you're doing that to them, what do you think they're going to be doing to other people? They're going to take what you are giving and give that to the world. So we have to be extremely careful about how we do things. Again, I'm not saying that you cannot be stern. I'm not saying that, you can't teach them right from wrong. I'm just saying that us as older, mature adults need to understand the proper way to doing things. And we cannot get involved and continue to do this generational curse type of thing where, just because our parents yelled, screamed at us, just because our parents, didn't tell us certain things or whatever, you got to get out of that, man. We got to break those generational curses and get out of those bad habits. It's up to you. You can choose to give your child something that you didn't have, or you can continue to do the exact same thing that, you see everybody else doing, or give your child the exact same thing that your parents gave you. Think you good over there?
You need to get that sound effect thing where
Which one that is, Cole? Which one you told?
I gotta find it. I gotta look that up for you. I'm gonna find
Sound right. Hey, have y'all heard about this? Because I was seeing this, man, all over. Under Paris, the movie on Netflix. Have y'all heard about that?
No. What is it?
No, sir.
They saying that this movie it's like a shark movie. It's like Jaws, but they saying that this is like the modern day Jaws. Like they saying that it has like everything that you want in that type of movie, and it just came out on Netflix. It's out right now, and I've been seeing that post so much just today alone. I want to say I've seen that post more than a few times. I'm like, good grief. All right, okay, I got it. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'll watch it, man. But yeah, it's called Under Paris, and it's on Netflix. So I think that we all should check that mug out, and then we can report and let the podcast know what are our thoughts on that the next podcast that we have. I want to check it out, man. I'm a big movie guy. Let me tell y'all something. I absolutely love movies. You know what I mean? Action, comedy. I ain't a big fan of horror movies. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I can't really get down with that, dog. Them horror movies. But yeah, it's called Under Paris, guys. When y'all get a chance, check that out. All right, let's get into this next hot topic. So, man, we got to talk about. Hold on, wait. Come on. What you mean? What you mean? Come on. What you mean? Come on, man. Anyway, have y'all heard about Vivica A. Fox saying something about she want a husband now at age 60? She says she ready for her husband all the time.
Face.
What'd you say?
I said y'all should have seen my face.
Scary movies. Yeah, Melanie. I don't do scary movies, man. Get off my back. Go ahead. My bad. Sorry about this.
Yeah, but no, I have not heard about Miss Lady wanting a husband. 60?
You said what now?
No, I haven't heard it. She's 60?
Yeah. How old? I know she's in her 60s. Yeah, she's in her 60s, but yeah, man, Vivica, is she? Well, she might be. She look like. Vivica is 59, so she'll be turning 60 this year. So she's turned 60 July the 30th. This woman is 59 years old. Was born July the 30th, 1964. In her best years, she chose to do what she did. I ain't even gonna get into it. And now that she's as oh Lord, man. Yeah, now she's coming to the front of the congregation with her list of demands. That's what we're gonna call it. Her list of demands when it comes to having a husband. The nerve of these mofos, man. Kobe, have you heard about that, man? Kobe over there. Look at that. What's the internet? But yeah, at age 60, man. At age 60, she wants a guy. I don't know, man. She actually went down a list of different things that she wants or she expects a man to have. You know what I mean? Basically, he got to have his ish together. He got to come correct, as if she is the prize, ma'am. You probably could have got those type of things. You know what I'm saying? About 20, 30 years ago, but now, no, it's over for you, man. I ain't gonna say it's over for you, but yeah, you out your doggone mind at age 60. Now you want a husband. I'm not saying that it's not possible, guys. It most certainly is. It's always possible. But how long you gonna hang on to that doggone hope, man? Especially with the expectations that you have. Because I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Like, listen, for you to be able to find a husband at age 60 is not impossible. But for you to be able to find a husband that meets all of those criteria and everything that you're talking about, man, you just took out more than half of the guys yourself, just saying that he has to have this, that, and the third. I don't think that a lot of people are realistic. That's the reason why it's keeping them single. Because yeah, you probably have been with a 50 Cent. You probably have been with, you know, these different entertainment guys or whatever. But there's a reason why they didn't wife you up. There's a reason why behind it. Kobe, you good over there, man? I see you had tapped out for a second.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. We're talking about Vivica, man. Vivica A. Fox. She said that she wants a husband at the age of 59 now. She done finally decided that it's time.
Already?
It should have been happening, man. For real.
But look, I'm gonna say this because this is a funny little story.
Mhm.
I had the biggest crush on her when I was a kid. And my mom said, let's write a note. Let's write a letter to Vivica A. Fox. I don't even think it got there, but I didn't even care. And then when you see her now, it's like, yep, that's Vivica Fox.
Man, it's unfortunate, man. It's like, damn. It's more like, damn, that's Vivica Fox. Like, you got to.
I'm laughing at Melanie says she lost. Well, she lost.
Oh wow. She used to be one of the baddest. Now she looked like a, what is that, like grandma? Auntie? No, this.
Don't do that.
Wow. Yeah, man. She don't look anything like she used to, and she's been getting all of those different surgeries and everything, man. She definitely does not look like herself anymore.
Why did you have to do that? Like, everybody remember the Vivica A. Fox when two can play that game.
Absolutely.
Booty call. Like,
Booty call. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it Independence Day with Will Smith?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Come, man, these surgeries is not worth it.
No.
Embrace yourself.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I agree with. Well, my friend told me this a long time ago. He said to every female, he's like, you might look beautiful now, but that ain't gonna last forever.
Nope. Facts, man. Good grief. Yeah, that was a disappointment to see that, man. To see they put a side by side. Y'all wrong for that. They put a side by side from what she looked like now versus what she looked like 30 years ago. I was like, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Like, what is this? Brother, But oh no. Oh man, that's the inside of y'all. That soundbite is going around everywhere right now on YouTube. But anyway, man, Ebony K. Williams deciding to be a single mom after all that stuff, talking about I would not date a bus driver unless he owned the bus. This young lady has chosen to, she was already talking about on the Breakfast Club. I actually seen like a few different what's the names of her going out to get a sperm donor, a random sperm donor, basically to give them her sperm and have a child by herself. What are y'all thoughts on? Are y'all familiar with Ebony K. Williams? The lawyer. I guess they wanna say that she's an influencer now. I checked her numbers.
I never heard of her.
Yeah, Ebony K. Williams, man. She went viral a few months back with I forgot what the woman's name is, man. But she's an advocate, you know what I mean, for Black people, for women to be feminine again. And they had a sit down, and Ebony K. Williams was interviewing her, and she asked Ebony K. Williams, after she basically they were trying to figure out what is the issue with, Black America, the reason why women aren't being married now, and I forgot what Ebony K. Williams said, but the lady asked her, "Would you date a bus driver?" And she sat there. Ebony K. Williams sat there for a second, like the lady wasn't talking to her. She, I'm talking to you. Would you date a bus driver? She was like, her response was, if he owned the bus. And the lady was just like, oh my goodness, like this is the reason right here. This is what's wrong with this generation coming up right now. You didn't say anything about, because the lady, she went back and she said, listen, I would date a bus driver if that's something that he loved to do. You know, if the guy had good character, good morals, if he loved me. But what she was pointing out is, just because this man, you think that this man make a certain amount of money because he drives buses, that you automatically X him out because of his occupation and, you know, the amount of money that he makes. And I'm guessing maybe the mindset behind all of those things. You're at age, I think she's like 40 now. You're 40 years old. And she tried to date outside her race. But from what I heard, all the guys, all those men from that other race, which was Caucasians, they didn't want to deal with her. Because again, it always goes back to the mindset. You can be the most beautiful person in the world, but if your mind is not where it needs to be as a person, trust and believe, I don't give a damn what race you date. All of them are going to pass you up. But yeah, she's choosing to be a single mother, man. She's choosing to I really do hope that this young lady find somebody, man. Find somebody to kind of help her out. Oh, she do got 200 something thousand followers on IG. Okay, all right. So she do got some followers.
Hopefully her followers will give her some help.
But the issue is, most of them have the same type of mindset that she has. You know how it is. You know, we all know that echo chamber. Most people want to be in an echo chamber with other people that agree with them. I don't mean to call the women out, but you know, oftentimes, you know, it's either going to be from women or emotional men. Emotional men want to be around other guys that's going to big them up. You know what I mean? That's not going to call them out on their BS or whatever. I prefer not to live in the echo chamber. The only thing that I ask is, you know, if you disagree with me, to be able to substantiate your point. Let me know how I am wrong, because I'm always open to the possibility that I am wrong. But you need to be able to back that up with facts, data, statistics, or something, some type of numbers that make sense, not just basically speaking out of emotion. But I actually appreciate anybody that disagrees with me. Just be able to back that thing up. That's all. Echo chamber ain't it, fam. Yeah, you go, girl. They was in the comments. That's what I'm talking about. See, you don't need no man. You don't need no man. Bless. I honestly feel sorry for that child that she's bringing into this world, because I believe. Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
I was saying it can go back to what Charlton White was just saying, though. Even though, you know, this guy, well, he's doing the sperm donor thing, you still need the balance. I would say, for like the child that she's trying to bring in here into this world, it's still gonna need that balance. So yeah, I keep feeling sorry for the child.
Tough, man. Tough. And it's very unfortunate that she don't. You would think, right? Somebody that is out here, let's just say moving like a career-driven lady, would see the bigger picture, would think logic, because we oftentimes hear people talk about masculine, feminine, or whatever, masculine men, you know, feminine women, or feminine, or women that are moving in their masculine, or men that are moving in their feminine. You would think that if somebody is moving in this way, then their mindset would be logic. You would be able to look at the bigger picture and understand that this is not the move. Like, this is not the proper way to go about doing things. Like, if I want to bring a child into this world and I have a say-so in it, let me first find a man that could potentially be the father of my child. Because again, she's not a unattractive young lady. Like keep it a being like she decent. You know what I mean? But the issue is she has this mindset that she still looks how she looked when she was 30 or in her early 20s. Like, yeah, nah, man, that you ain't got a little older, you know, that thing don't sit up. Well, she never had no butt back there, but you know, that everything ain't as tight as it used to be. Let me see. Can I show a picture of this young lady so y'all will see exactly who it is that I'm talking about? For those of y'all, are y'all familiar with Ebony K. Williams? Are y'all familiar with her?
No.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah, yep, that's her. That's Ebony K. Williams right there. Yep, now she done got pregnant. Well, she done impregnated herself. Look at this, man. Look at this. Embraces being a single mom. And they sitting here putting this. I hope they didn't put this on damn People's Magazine, bro. But they literally doing this is what I'm talking about, man. They continue to celebrate bad behavior. Continue to celebrate this mess, man. But yeah, so that was Ebony K. Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Kobe, what are your thoughts on that, man? On this young lady choosing to be a single mom?
That is the behavior of somebody saying that I don't need a man.
Mm-hmm.
And she just, I just can't rock with it. Like you get somebody, so you get a sperm donor to be a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
But either way you look at it, a man got you pregnant.
Facts.
Either way you look at it.
It'll be crazy if the sperm donor is a bus driver. Got him. Look
Talk
who
about
got
it.
the last laugh. Yeah, I drive buses. Yeah, that's my son right there, dog. That's my son. I did want to go ahead and play this clip real quick so you guys will be, somewhat familiar. So you'll kind of know who I'm talking about.
We also are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, along with Latina women in America. Pew Research said that women are now out-earning men
Yes.
in 22 of the largest cities in America, including where I live, New York, DC, LA, you name it. When we talk, and I know that you've said that you cannot teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Iyanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver?
Look.
Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus,
that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I can build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus driver. So I think some of the criteria that we look for in the reality of today keeps us unhappy, keeps us angry, keeps us imbalance. And then when the men show up, we want to beat them up because they're not living up to our standards and criteria. And it's not working, beloved. It's just not working.
What's up,
man? Let me tell you something, man. Yeah. What is that name? Ayanna Van Zandt. I think that's how they pronounce it. But yeah, man, she is phenomenal. Like, I really do need I need to do some more videos on her. And I tell you, she is phenomenal across the board. I think that she's giving, you know, the younger generation a lot of valid information that they need when it comes to dating. Like, I'm just trying to get you to the ball. What she say, beloved? I'm just trying to help you out. But you not understanding. Oh, yeah, you're not understanding the bigger picture. You're not seeing the bigger picture. And the last thing she said is, it's not working. Your way, your thought process, the way that you think about doing things, is not working. Because when you look across the board, a lot of women unfortunately think like you. You think just because, you know, you have chose to focus on your career, you're making all this money now, that's going to equate to happiness and the results that you really and truly want in life. Because I do believe that she do want somebody that she can share all of that, well, that type of lifestyle that she has now. She wants somebody that can share that. But the issue is her mindset. She thinks and she believes that some guy that's making the amount of money that she makes or more is going to come along and be willing to rock with her the way that she is right now. If that was the case, baby, listen, people know about you all over the world. If that guy was out there, trust and believe, he would have came by now. But the truth is, most guys are not checking for women like this. They don't give a damn about your education. They don't care about your money. They care about your mindset. And it's not there. Because, I mean, she said it herself. Long story short, she thinking about the money. I need for you to be the owner of the bus. You need to own that doggone bus in order for me to even date you. Not marry, but even for me to consider you. Because she didn't consider any of those things. But yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, Melody. It's definitely about building with one another. That money and everything, man. She is a very, very selfish young lady. And at the end of the day, she's getting the exact type of lifestyle that she deserves.
Do you think that video had pretty much minimized her pool that she thought that she had in men?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, yeah, men across the world, if they were considering that or considering her as an option, that absolutely did. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, as much as you have other people out here that would say, listen, men with money, they don't care. Listen, yes, they do. Men with money, those guys, they have an investment type of mindset. They are not going to give their time, their money, their effort, or anything into a woman that thinks like this, because that's a bad investment. Point blank, period. Like, I don't care how you look at these things. The more time that I spend around these type of men that have, you know, plenty of money or have a certain type of lifestyle, it just confirms it. And if you got guys, let's keep it a band. Forget the super successful guys. You got regular average Joes that say, I still wouldn't rock with it. Listen, I'm a damn bus driver myself. And, you know, a woman with this mindset, I still wouldn't rock with her, even if she do take back what she just said. She spoke on how she feels, and I respect it. But yeah, most guys are just choosing not to deal with these type of women, man. It's a mindset, though. At the end of the day, you just got to be careful about what you say and where you say it, because once that thing get on the internet, it lives forever. Forever. No. My bad, y'all. But yeah, anybody got anything else before we jump into this next topic?
Nope.
All right.
Well,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
not really in particular to what happened, but I had came across what's it, Ayan? Ayan?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was something that I wanted to read from her.
Okay.
I could,
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Got the flow.
yeah, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it, but like I remember like this clip. She was talking to the Braxton.
Mhm.
One of the daughters was getting out of hand, and she was just like, because they were talking about, trying to figure out why one of them was getting all upset and stuff like that. Oh no, but
Mhm.
the mom had came through and was like, hush while the lady's talking, pretty much. And it was Ayana that was talking, trying to get some insight while she was still, but while one of the daughters was still going off.
Mm.
But, dang, I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm good, thank you.
Oh, all right.
So bad.
I appreciate the likes, man. I appreciate the loves and stuff under the comments, man. I appreciate y'all for hitting that like. Appreciate it. Tapping in. But yeah, go ahead. My fault.
Oh, that was it. Something happened while I was out, so my bad, y'all.
I got you. You good. You good. And last but not least, man, they say that Melissa Ford at 47 can't find a husband. All of these women that were bad in their prime, man, cannot find a guy that's willing to take them serious. And you got to also put it on the other that they're willing to also take serious. Can't find them. Melissa Ford, out of all people, at 47, cannot find a husband. That's what I've seen on the because I want to say she turned down a few different engagements, man. Had a few guys that was trying to holler at her. But yeah, I definitely had to push that thing out there before we got into our last clip. Man, what are y'all thoughts on that? Melissa Ford. I know y'all.
I just got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And Tina can chime in on this too, because I just don't understand, because everybody say they don't want to date now because the dating pool is trash.
Mm-hmm.
But do you ever look at yourself and think it's because the pool of men or the pool of girls that men and women are choosing? Because I just don't understand how somebody can't find somebody. There's always somebody there's always someone for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because the standards are set too high, because you have this unrealistic expectation of a person that you saying you want them to have this type of money, that type of money. Do you have it?
In most cases, hell no. They want somebody to sponsor that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's like you may have saw this. Did you there was a clip that was posted on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere from Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson.
Yeah.
This girl said that she wants to have like $1,000 allowance.
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon Sharp was like, he saw the girl, he's like, you're not worth that amount every month.
Hell no.
Because let's be honest, I'm not coming at all women. Some women are this way, but some women think that they set the market value for themselves. You don't set the market. Your market and your value is set for what man is willing to pay for what you want.
Right.
If he wants to pay for your nails and all that stuff, and he feel like you're worth it, he'll pay it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just worth to go to a nail salon and pay $85 just to get your toes and your nails done, They gonna pay that because that's cheap to them.
Yeah. And I think it kind of goes back to people really understanding the mindset of those men that they speak and they talk about. You have so many women, again, living in an echo chamber where they're telling them, listen, girl, you know, get you a guy that's going to pay for your nails and all that. Man, listen, most of those guys that are wanting to deal with certain type of women, they're already doing all those things themselves. Like
1%, that
it was
top 1%.
yeah, it was some football players. One of the guys, he was talking or whatever, and the black girl asks, why in the world do these football players be with these white girls? I don't understand why football players, you know, when they get to college and stuff, they deal with these white girls. And, you know, one of the guys spoke up. He was like, listen, you know, those black girls that I was wanting to deal with, when they found out how much money I was getting paid from my, you know, my deal or whatever, what is it called? NHL or whatever. What is that called for the college players? They get their little deals every month. I think it's NHL deals, right? What is it called, Kobe?
NIL deals.
NIL, yeah. NIL deals. So when she found out how much I got my, you know, got from my NIL deals or whatever, she was saying that, you know, instead of us going to this restaurant, you got more than enough money to pay for us to go to some 5-star restaurant. Why are we going here? When you look at it on the opposite end, when they got with those white girls were literally like, I know that you like, you know, Starbucks in the morning. So I went out of my way and I went and got you Starbucks. I seen that you needed some new Nike socks. So I went out of my way and I went and got you some Nike socks. Very, very small things. But again, guys, they just think logic, man. Like this young lady had to be really paying attention to me to know that I like this type of coffee to be brought to me. You know what I mean? She went out her way. It's $5, $10, $20. It's something small, but things like that, it really makes a man look at you completely different when you go out of your way to look out for me like that versus coming to me with your hand out. And most of the time, when I'm dealing with, you know, the sisters or whatever, I see that they're looking for somebody that's going to sponsor their lifestyle, somebody that's going to take care of them. Where when I get with one of these young ladies, it actually feels like a team, like a partner, like she's willing to come that you know 80%, that 100. If I don't have it right now, you know, she was more than willing to pay for these things before I even got my deal. And it just it feels it, or it seems like this person actually cares versus, listen, I got my bags, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking to get in where I can fit in. So most of those guys are just choosing like, man, I can't rock with this young lady because I know that she's not here for me. She's here for this lifestyle. She's here for the fame. She's here for the money. But honestly, I don't get that when I'm with her. When I'm around her, she's not looking to see where she can help out. Like, how can I help make your life easier? I know you got all the money. I know you got, you know, I'm saying, the fame and everything, but how can I make your life easier? How can I add value to your life? And the issue is most of them, they don't know. They don't understand that. They think, oh, you know, I got a Birkin bag and everything, whatnot. Yeah, most of that stuff is just it's only a matter of time for that stuff run out. And somebody else comes and take your place that's looking to add value to that man's life. And again, I think when we look at it across the board, I think that the guys honestly are out here trying to do the work. I think that a lot of guys are in the gym, you know what I'm saying, or they're looking for other people that they can get with to, you know, give them certain information, that push or that guidance or whatever they need. And I think that on the opposite end, I think that a lot of women are becoming complacent. You know, they good at what they're not looking to be better. You know what I mean? Because again, they live in these echo chambers. And I think that's the reason why a lot of them are going to be stuck. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion, man. I think I think that a lot of guys are really trying to level up. And to the other half of my point, most of the guys that women are going after are the guys that ain't hitting no 2 cents. But they try to make it seem like these are the majority of men when they're actually not. They're not. Most of the men out here that's sleeping with all these different women, you know, that's walking around with what most women are looking for, which is swag, you know what I mean, that popularity or whatnot, you know, with the pants sagging or whatever. That's not the majority of men. You look in school, most of the guys are not popular. They're just not. Most guys are just average dudes that just going about their life, you know, trying to maintain or whatever. But I think that most women are choosing the wrong type of guys, and they're trying to make it seem like this is how men are in general. I don't think that. Yeah. Anything else before I bring up this next clip? Great. That was a great question, though, man. Very, very good question. I think this is the one right here.
It says train up a child.
Yeah.
How many parents are really training? We're raising our kids. We ain't training them. That's why when they get in situations, they don't go to their training to make good choices. When police get in situations, they go to their training. Their training is to shoot. Where? Shoot to kill. Why you didn't shoot him in the leg? Because he was in a situation where he had to fall back on his training. And there's a silhouette where they're trained to shoot center mass. So that's why they don't shoot you in the leg. So what training are we giving our children where they get in a situation where they choose the training? We're not training. We raise our kids. How do we raise them? Food, shelter, clothing. We ain't training these kids. So we ain't trained. We got to go to work. Who training us? Nobody. We're being indoctrinated at school and we're being programmed by the culture. Who's training us? So we can train up a child. That's why the kids ain't going no way, because ain't nobody training them. They're raising them. They're providing good homes, good clothes, good foods. But other than that, there's no training. That's why we're not in Boy Scouts. That's why we're not in ROTC. That's why we're not in no type of physical training to teach us how to do push-ups outside of sports. It says train up a child.
Definitely had to play that, man. When I tell you, Charleston White was dropping some gems, man. I think I dropped that clip yesterday. One of them got like 10,000 views already from people basically just getting up under there and agreeing with him. What are y'all thoughts on what he just said?
I most definitely agree. He might say some off the wall stuff sometimes, but for the most part, he does speak truth.
Absolutely. Hit it dead on the head, man. And I'm gonna make a video about that as well, man, because when Charleston White first started off, you know, he was like one of those like upstanding guys. Like he was really trying to do things the right way, but he wasn't getting any recognition. You know what I mean? What nobody really necessarily like talking about him like that. In order for him to be on the mainstream, he had to switch on how he was moving. And that's why, you know, people see what he pretty much the character that he developed or whatever over the years to understand, like, listen, this is what's going to get clicks and views. This is what's going to get me paid. This is what's going to provide the type of lifestyle that I'm trying to give to my family, my children, my loved ones or whatever. So what y'all see right now is basically just a product of that. Checkmate. I was like, damn. That man did what he had to do to get to where he wanted to be. Market, man. The market is very, very simple and easy to understand. Like it's really, really easy. What are your thoughts on that, Tina, before we get into this last question?
I was like, what? These people. No, I love what he said. I mean, I really can't elaborate on it any more than that, honestly, because it says it all. Wait a minute, maybe I can. So I never thought of it like that either. Like, and it's good that there's people out here that has the mindset they can think in a crazy different way. And make you real, and not second guess, but just kind of makes you think it's a different type of way too. But yeah, I was like sitting here like, so wait, so what do you mean by that? Like you raising them versus training them, and then you know I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. But see, here's the crazy thing, man. Again, when I think about men, I'm telling you, man, like it's when I think about people that are successful, they seem the same in a lot of different ways. When I think about those guys that are men, right? A lot of men think this way. Those men that believe in, well, I'm just gonna say those men that have a backbone. They know and they understand these things, and this is stuff that they've been doing, and they've been trying to get some people to understand for years. But I guess some people are just better at articulating that than others. But I think that you have a lot of men, a lot of guys out here that literally start to or have started like young, like youth programs, trying to get, I don't know if it's whether it's a football or basketball team that move like this. Listen, I understand that, you have parents out here, single parents out here that are trying to raise their children, but they're pretty much just doing that, making sure they got clothes, making sure they got shoes, making sure they got shelter or an education or whatever, but they don't necessarily either know or they're not equipped with the know-how to instill some of the things that these children are going to need later on. And so that's why you have a lot of guys, again, that are out here trying to start things like this. A lot of men that want to try to get their partner or their wives to understand that, I understand that you love our son, you love our daughter, you love, our child or whatever. But I see the bigger picture, and I know that what this is doing is this is honestly holding them back in a lot of ways. What you want to create start to create a mature adult that's going to be able to get off of them damn training wheels at some point in time and be able to ride that bike by themselves. Yeah, they're going to fall. I understand that. I had to fall. But I understand the earlier that we start to put these things in place, the better off this child is going to be. Because I don't want my child to always need me. If that's the case, and I didn't do my job as a parent, I want to get to the point where, listen, you can go out there, you can do it by your doggone self, because when you were here, when you were, under my roof, I allowed you to do these things, but it was in a controlled environment. And I believe that's your job as a parent. Allow your children to stumble, to fall, to scrape their knee, or whatever. But it's in a controlled environment. So you're still watching them. Like, just try it. You know what I mean? And when you get it wrong, I'll be here to give you, the information on how to do this thing the correct way. Or I can give you the information. You can try it and you can see where you went wrong. And you can kind of like try to pave a way that somewhat like works for you. As long as you get to that end goal or whatever, then listen, we're moving. But I think that a lot of guys honestly are either doing this or they're wanting to do this. But again, man, it definitely takes two. It definitely takes two.
I most definitely think that that yes, parents allow their children to do certain stuff in a controlled environment. Mm-hmm. And I think also we are in a day and age where sometimes we have children where, how they have these kids where if they don't develop some, or they haven't grown, or they don't get this certain thing at a certain age, late bloomers. We have late bloomers nowadays where they do not understand, because in the eyes of a young kid, teenager, they're thinking like, my parents ride me. They will not let me do anything. They treat me like a kid. And then sometimes you got that parent thinking like, okay, you think you're grown, you think you understand how this world operates. Okay, let's see about it. And sometimes it takes that kid years to understand where their parents were coming from.
Yeah.
Because you can have a teenager thinking like, well, I'm a teenager. I want to do this. I want to do this. But do you understand that we were all teenagers at one point? Mm-hmm. Do you think we all thought the same thing? Like, hey, we want to do stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, speaking of late bloomers, man, I mean, like, we need to understand, like one of the smartest people in the world, Albert Einstein, he was a late bloomer. He didn't really start to speak full sentences until like the age of 5 years old or whatever. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that is going to happen, man. But again, just bringing that thing back full circle. All right, we have to get back to the point where, what the hell is this? Hold on, y'all. All right, I think we had a bot down in the chat. Somebody get beside themselves. Hell is going on? But yeah, I think we just got to get back to the point where we have strong men in the household and those soft women that are allowing their men to lead. You know what I mean? And everybody is coming that full 100. Because every child, every home needs balance. Children are always going to do better in a 2-parent household. All right, so the last question of the day, what advice can you give people that's thinking about being in a relationship? You know what I mean? Or maybe some advice that you could have, given or told to your younger self. Who wants to go first? Looking for some advice here, people.
Okay, I would say to a person that is looking to get into a relationship and a person that is looking for marriage or who is wanting to get married in the future. For relationship wise, I will always say know yourself, love yourself, value yourself, know your self-worth. Do not allow yourself to stoop to anything where you feel like it's not suitable for you. Not saying trying to have these high standards, but know what you are willing to tolerate and what you're not willing to tolerate. Because evidently every woman and every man always ends up in a relationship or marriage with somebody that is somewhat similar to their parent. Because what you sometimes dislike about your parent is what you end up loving most about your parent. That's what you end up loving in that person as well.
Oh, okay. Respect that. All right. Team?
Well, pretty much the same thing that Toby has just said. Know yourself. Kind of always maintain yourself, but learn how to kind of like co-be with another person, compromising and understanding. Yeah, and just like know what you want. And I feel like you also have to be what you want as well. Also, that's pretty much all I can come up with at the moment. You got it?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Yeah, appreciate that. So again, man, what advice can you give to people that's thinking about getting or being in a relationship, or maybe some advice that you could or would have told your younger self? I would tell myself, listen, you are on the right path, my G. You are on. I honestly would not have changed. Do not change anything that you're doing, because everything that you're doing, man, you're learning the lessons that you need to learn in life. That's going to set you apart from damn near almost anybody else. All the different, and that's friendships, your relationships, how you're going about doing things right now. Again, even speaking to my younger self, I know you're a high head, and I know I know you like to fight this, that, and the third, but I think that every lesson or every relationship or friendship that you've been in, you've been able to take and learn something from that. and you've been able, you're going to grow into something that that you're going to be proud of. Also, one of the most important things, like if you're thinking about being in a relationship, I don't think at first I used to kind of think a little bit different, but I don't think it's never too early to ask any damn question that you want to know. I think the worst thing you can do is just let that thing linger. If that question pops in your head, and especially if it's a deal breaker for you, don't waste time. Ask that question. See how they respond. Pay close attention to how people act when they feel like they've been disrespected. I think that's the most important thing to understand, man. People tend to show you their true colors when they are a little bit in their feelings, when they're feeling some type of way about, how you're moving, something that you said or whatever. They start to show those true colors, and you need to pay close attention. You need to move accordingly. If you're in the content creating space, listen, first of all, fam, you got the best job in the freaking world, and you have the easiest job to be able to identify if you're choosing to be with or be around certain people. And this is business as well. I'm speaking from a business perspective, but you can actually take this and apply this when it comes to personal. Because I've even seen some things in different family members or whatever, or different people that I've been wanting to get into business with. Like, I can't even rock with you like that because I see how you act when it comes to, certain things or whatever. And I think if it's business or it's personal, technically you're still getting into bed with them. Like you're going to have some ties to them, especially the business. Don't fumble the bag. So just paying close attention to how people move. Your digital footprint is more important now than it was 2 weeks ago, than it was, 10 years ago or whatever. Digital footprint now is everything. Like the fact that people can go type in your name, look you up, and be able to tell or make an assumption of who you are as a person. Your digital footprint is everything, man. Definitely pay attention to that. If you're trying to get into dating anybody, that's your blueprint. Let me see exactly what this person got going on when it comes to social media. Yeah, I think it's a cheat code, man. I think we are honestly blessed. Even though people try to look at social media as a bad thing, social media is a tool, my friend. The people on there might be bad because if ain't nobody on there, ain't no status is gonna be posted, no relationships, no videos, no fights posted, none of that stuff will be posted. The people on there maybe, but social media is one of the greatest tools that you can use when it comes to conducting any type of friendship, any type of business, anything. Use it as a tool, man. But yeah, anybody got anything else they want to add before we get out of here today in the congregation? Thanks, Melanie. We appreciate you for listening. We definitely appreciate you for listening. And I didn't get a chance to see this was posted, I don't know what, at 4:44, 4:50. Now I don't know who was speaking when he say break that down. I don't know. But yeah, anybody got anything else they want to add before we get out of here? Anybody? Going once, going twice. All right. Again, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I cannot thank you guys enough for tuning in week out. Those numbers on the podcast, when I go and check them things out on Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and all the rest of the streaming platforms, y'all are really running it up right now. We definitely appreciate everything that you guys are doing, man, when it comes to the support. All right. And with that being said, I think Tina added herself. We got 2 Tinas on here today. What up, Tina? What's up, Tina? Well, yeah, thank you guys so much, man, for all the likes, all the comments, all of the engagement. It's definitely appreciated. The public interview that I did will be going out today on Katie's Empire. Y'all go check that thing out. It went phenomenal. The home buying process as well is in the works. Those videos will be posted a little bit later on this month. Y'all be on the lookout for that. And I believe that's it for today, man, when it comes to the church announcements. Anyway, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. A huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. You know, as a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, you know, with that, a lot of stress, he was drinking a lot of caffeine, and it turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over, and I tried it out for the first day, and this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side, and I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up, and then we're going to try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11. So we'll see. Whoo, whoo. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if, you know, it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right. until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna